Hello everyone, I am Dr. Prasanna from DDGDVC College. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Secretary, Principal and Library NDLA Club. So, it is very important that reading isn't taking place anymore in this world. There are a lot of people who are finding it very difficult to speak the language with enough fluency. And what are the reasons for it? There are a lot of people who claim plenty of reasons, but we have found out some important reasons why reading is not taking place. The major distraction factor is the social media factor. Many people are glued to their social media. For some reason, right from the morning till evening or till late night, people have been using social media for a very long time. In fact, many people use social media as a kind of a tool to induce sleep. So that is the reason why there are a lot of people who are not very much interested in reading. So, how to improve your reading skills? Reading is a complicated process. I will not say that reading is a very simple thing. It is a complicated process. You need to have patience. You need to really have to sit, focus on what you're reading, and most importantly, your grammatical structures, your spelling, everything should be grasped. So, how to start reading? First of all, there are a lot of people who will recommend all kind of content to you, and few contents may not be applicable for you. You may not be very much interested in that. So you need not go and find those recommendations. First of all, you have to identify what really you like the most. So identify those content and identify the books which are related to that content and buy those books and read those books, and you don't have to read very fast. Slow reading is actually recommended for beginners. So start slowly and try to read every word, every single sentence properly, spell it out, and most importantly, not a lot of people who always would want to look for the dictionary meaning all the time. Not necessary. You keep reading it. After some time, if you're not able to understand the content properly, you could verify the dictionary the way you want it. And another important thing which I always wanted to say, there is a global decline in reading. There are a lot of people who always blame our media that Indian cinema is spoiling our younger generation, but that is not the case. It is a global decline, and there is a statistic which says almost 70% of the people, even the native speakers, are finding it difficult to speak. I mean, they are finding it difficult to read. So, reading is something which is not happening in our country. Reading is not happening anywhere, as a matter of fact. So, global decline in reading is something which you all have to understand. So, and one more thing, there are a lot of people who always think that reading is only about reading about your subject, but that is not the case. When you want to read something, it's just not about subject. You also have to read outside your subject. So, focused reading is important. And because of lack of focused reading, people aren't able to understand a single thing. What is happening around them? They rely on the social media, trolls, and news, and they all rely on other activities. Reading is very important. Unfortunately, because of the lack of interest, reading is not taking place. So, reading used to be an enjoyable, pleasurable activity for many generations until recently. Way back in 2000, I myself have seen a lot of people waiting in the long queue to get a grab of the first copy of a book. But now, nobody knows where the bookstores are, which is an unfortunate thing, but we can still bring it back to the young readers. So, how to start? Like I said before, people will always have all kind of recommendations, but you don't have to go by the recommendations. You still can read your own content, the content you like the most. For example, somebody would like to read about a sporting personality, and you have plenty of books available about any sporting personality you want, Virat Kohli or Ronaldo, anyone for that matter. Buy those books. Or somebody will be interested in history. You can get those books. Something which interests you the most will always have an upper hand in reading. If you are not interested in the content, you will not be able to read properly at all. So it's very important you read something which you really like, and then focus on the content, focus on the text, and also make sure that books are meant to a certain age group. There are certain types of books which are really highly, which can read only by highly qualified people. but there are some books which are at a basic level. Find out what suits you the most and bring those books and read every sentence, every word the way you want it. And finally, I would like to conclude that reading is something which you have to take it as a personal effort. You have to take that initiative to read. Just because somebody had said, somebody had told, you can't do that. You have to take that energy and initiative to read those books, and you have to sit, focus on what you're reading. Read for 5 minutes a day. You don't have to read for 15, 20 minutes or pages altogether. Read for 5, 10 minutes. Reading has to take place. If reading does not happen, people will not have language fluency, and it will have a very they will have to face a lot of consequences for not reading a book. So reading is very important. Make it a habit of reading, and I would like to conclude, reading is something which is very important not only for college students but for all. And in this moment, once again, I would like to thank the management, secretary, principal, and the library NDLI club for giving me this wonderful opportunity to talk about reading and reading habits. Thank you so much.